Hey guys, today we'll be learning about exception handling. So before going to exception handling, we'll try to understand what is the exception in Java. So exception in Java is an event that interrupt the execution of program instructions and that disturb the normal flow of a program execution. So there are two kind of exception we have. So one exception when we get the error at the time of compilation, and another one when we get the error at the time of runtime. Okay. So what is a compilation error and what is the runtime error? Let's understand this. So here, let's say you are writing one program and because of some reason you type something wrong there and it throw you error. So what will happen in this case when you will compile your program? At the time you will get the error. So let's say any syntax error or semantic error. Okay. So suppose instead of writing int as a data type, you have written there as a in. This will give you error and it will not allow you to compile as well. So you will get this kind of error, or yeah, you will see this kind of error at the time of compilation. Okay, and your file, which is a let's say code class file, will not generated. So when you have a compilation exception, when you have compilation exception at the time, it will throw you error at the same time and it will not allow you to run your program. Okay, so this is the one which we have here, and another one which we call as a runtime exception. So when runtime exception is just like we have given everything there. Okay, uh, with respect to syntax, we are not having any issue there, and our when we compile our program, it compile properly. So, but at the time of running your program, okay, you came across one scenario that you are dividing something with by 0. Okay, this was not predicted before, and when you try to divide uh, 10 by 0, then it will throw you error. Or let's say you're dealing with one excel sheet and that excel sheet is not there, that file is not present there at a specific location, then it will throw you error. So all this error will come at the runtime. Okay, so when you will compile it, it will not check for the whether the file is there exist or not actually, or the execution. So here we don't have any syntax error. Here it's checking everything at the time of runtime when we will run our program. All right, so let's understand in detail. So here, let's say I'm writing one program here. So I'm creating one project exception. Say all right. Here I'll create one package. Let me go to that, and I'll create one package here. I can give any name here, which is a exception handling. All right, and then I'll be creating one class here. So in this class, let's say give exception only. All right, so this is my class. Let's say I started writing my program here, and let's say there's one main class here, and I'm writing in equal to, I'm declaring one variable here, int a, and then I started writing in and b. Okay, so this is my syntax error. If I compile this, okay, if I compile this, it will throw you error. So this is my compilation error. But let's say if you talk about scenario where you need to divide something with 0, okay, and you try to print that, let's say you are printing C here. Okay, I don't want this actually, so for now you can comment this. Okay, so you are trying to divide by 0, and if you see, there's a one exception will throw here. Okay, it cannot divided by 0. So this exception, see, when you compile this program, you will not face any issue, but when you will run this program, it will give you error that the number cannot divided by 0. Okay, so if you look my image or picture here, it says the I exception, SQL exception will come under a compilation exception, which is a checked exception. Under unchecked exception, arithmetic exception, null pointer, array index, out of bound exception, all this will come when you will be running your program. Okay, and there's one more last which we have, which is error. So error we cannot handle because see, it's because of out of memory, or let's say server is down, we cannot do anything in that. Okay, but we can handle this checked and unchecked exception which occur at the time of compilation and runtime. Right, let's understand with this diagram. So we have a super class which is throwable. In throwable we have exception and error. Error could be out of memory as we discussed, and it could be a virtual machine error, server is down, all these things will come under error which we cannot handle it. Okay, but when you talk about the exception, in this we have a IO exception, SQL exception, class not found exception, and this is my compilation. The first three is my compilation, and if you see here on the same hierarchy, it's a real time runtime. So runtime, under runtime we are having arithmetic exception, null pointer, number format exception, index out of bound exception, and under this you can have subclasses which is a array index of bound out of bound exception and string index out of bound exception. Okay, so this kind of classes which we have and through which we can handle our exception. All right, so let's take example why we need that actually. So let's say if you are working on one program, so this is my one program, and there's a one server which we need to connect. Okay, so what we did, it's connecting. Okay, when we were working on this program, it was working fine. Okay, but okay, so this is in SIT. Okay, so we tested this in SIT, it was working fine. But let's assume the scenario when you are in production. Okay, so now you are in production and you want to connect with your server, but because of some reason you are not able to connect with your server. So this is your program and this is your server. All right, so because of some reason you are not able to connect with your server code. It was working fine when you were testing this thing on or in SIT. Okay, so here what you can do now, so for this is the exception kind of, right? This is the exception in the server, so you cannot, this is my exception. So how we can resolve this? So to handle this what we do, we will be having one more backup here. All right, so this is my backup. If my server is not working, I can connect with my backup. Sorry, so I can connect with my backup, and this is what we call as a exception handling. Okay, so if you cannot connect with your server, you can connect with the backup, and this is what we do in the exception as well. So this is, so in case of your server is down, this is a backup. Okay, and you can connect with this. If you write this program, how do you write it actually? So if I say I have one class can connect. Okay, this is the name of my class. Under this class, code is like if server up, server is up. Okay, in this case, code connect to server. That's fine, there's no issue. We connect with the server. The server is up. But let's say if you come across a situation where the server is not up, so else what we have to do? We need some alternative, right? So we need to write a code to connect with the backup. Connect with the backup. Okay, so that's why we use a in page. Okay, so normally at this place we use two keyword, which is a try and catch. Okay, so the normal code will go into in try block, and your exception handling code goes into a catch block. Okay, so what we can do here, instead of writing in this else condition, we can say class connect, and we'll say here I. So connect to server, the normal code which we have, and in page code to connect with backup server. Okay, so this is how it will work. So if let me go up, so this is what you will be writing. Plus a normal code will go there. If something is there happen actually and it's not handling, then catch will handle that exception. All right, so this will be the there. So let's try to do it on our, let's try to make let's write one program here and let's understand this how it will work. So if suppose you are here and you try to you're trying to execute your program, and here what you are doing, you are trying to divide number with the 0 and it's throwing you error. Okay, so even if suppose if you say here, if you are here and if you say end of main, right, if I run my program, this line will not execute. Okay, but let's say you have one program. Here you have statement 1 2 3 4 5 6, and you got exception here at third line. Okay, now what about other code which you have written after this? It will not execute. Okay, and you will get the error only here. Okay, but what I want, even if I get the exception here, I want to keep running my program. I want to validate some other stuff as well. Okay, what I can do here is, when as soon as I'll get a issue, I can take a screenshot of that. What I can do, I can write a code to screenshot, or can write a code to send a mail to my manager. Okay, or to colleagues. Okay, this is what I can do. As soon as I'll get any exception, I can take a screenshot of that and I can share with my colleagues or my manager, and I will start running. I will not stop here. My code will keep running. Okay, I will check some other stuff as well. That's why we use all this. So what we can do here is work on this. Let's say if I have this one, all right, so instead of this one, what I can say, I will say I will have my normal code into a try. So let's have it under a try. I'm not sure that whether it will throw you error or not. Okay, uh, it could be some other value here, and it will not throw you error. But let's assume that suppose something will come here and which is 0 there, and you have to divide by 0, then there will be issue here. All right, so what you can do here is you can write one more line here. So I will say system.out.println, and I will say I'm just writing one statement here. So this will not executed. This will not be executed. All right. This is one I did here. Now, what I can do now here. So, and it will be there as well. Okay. So here I will be having all this there. So what I can do here is I can have my H block. Okay. So I can say H, and under this cage I can say arithmetic, which is arithmetic exception. So I can say here we have given the reference. Okay. If I come here, I will just print the detail of exception. What exception is that? So I can say it will be in the H block due to exception, right? So this is how I'll be printing here, and I'll say here. All right. So it will print the detail of the exception. Okay. And here if I come and if I say system.out.println, end of the main. Okay. So let's run it now. All right. So here it's saying that in the cage block due to, okay, so due to exception, which is arithmetic exception divided by 0, but it's still okay. And then we are printing the another line. All right. So this is how it will work. So if you understand with the flow chart, let's remove this. Right. So it will not run actually. Okay. So that's why we want our exception to be handled. All right. So we have so far what we have seen. So we have seen that we have three kind of exception. One is checked, another is unchecked, and the last one is error. Error we cannot handle it because it's because of out of memory or server is down or something like that. We cannot handle that. But if you talk about the checked, yes, the checked exception will come at the time of compilation. And if you talk about the unchecked exception will come or occur at the time of runtime. Let's go to Eclipse. All right. So here now it's working. If suppose I will not have, if we'll try something here as well. So let me create one more class here. So I would say, so there's one more program here. So I will say main, because we need main. Okay, so your code will start running from this line. And let's say if I'm saying string, if I try to find the length of this string. So if I say length, we have one method, okay, which I can get the length of this string. And if I run it now, let's see what issue we'll get here. So we are getting a null pointer exception. Okay, because see here it's null, right? How it can be having how it will have a length? It cannot have any length, right? Let's try to understand. Let's give something else here. Let's say this is. Let's try to run our program now, and it's printing because it's not null now. So if if you try to fetch the length of null value, it will throw you error. Okay, and we need to handle this kind of things using a time catch. Another example we can see here. Let's say you are having a string, one string. So here we are initializing one variable here. So it's ABC. All right, and it will be in double quotes. And try to print. But before printing, what we are doing here is, let's come here. We are converting this string into a integer. So let's do it. So we are saying integer I and storing into one variable. So it's int integer dot parse into integer, and we are giving as a s there. All right, it's done. And let's try to print here. Okay. So what we are doing, we are converting this string into integer and we are trying to print it. Let's try to run this now. It will throw you error. Okay, so the error is number format exception. All right, let's see some other example with this one. Let's say you have one array. Okay, you are declaring one array. So for that, let's say if you have integer a, and here you have array, we will be writing new, and it's an integer type, and we have given the length which is 5. Okay, so this is the index, fifth index. Okay, so it start from, when we have this one, we start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is 5 for me. It will run 4. Okay, it start from 0, and if I say index 10, which is not there, we know that, but we are trying to fetch the value of the position of 10th index. Okay, let's try to print this now. And if I say a, okay, and if I run this, it will give you error or exception, which is array index out of bound exception here. All right, so what we can do here is, we can have in this so we can copy this exception from here, because this is the exception it's throwing. So in page, you can say in page, and we can give any reference name here. Okay, and it will be like this. And if I have this one, I can say try. All right, I can put all this there. Okay, and this is there. And if I say here system.out.println, okay, to print the exception, what exception is coming. And here, if I have system.out.println, and I'll be saying end of main method. Right? Let's try to run this now. See, it's giving you proper explanation that why we got this exception. Okay, index 10 out of bound for length 5 because we have length which is 5 here, and it's printing this one as well. Okay, if you will have like this, if you will, let's say if I don't want to have under this try and catch block, okay, let me remove everything from here now. Okay, this is not under any try catch. Okay, and all right, let's try to run this now. It's not printing this line. Okay, so let's say you have one program and there we have a statement 1. See, if this is not working, this is not fair, right? We have to stop our execution here and we should not run other line. Okay, so we always, when as soon as we get any exception, okay, we try to handle that. Okay, and to handle that we use try and catch, and through that we can handle our exception. Same as when, let's say you are working on any file and that file is not present there at that time as well, you will be getting an exception. Okay, you can handle that exception as well. So this is how we can work on exception handling, and yeah, this is how it works.